leaf peeping time in city of Chicago. Season of autumn and beautiful tree foliage. The tree before me has purplish tinge. On one branch it has yellow color, in another branch and it has maroon purplish color on another branch. Some branches are still green and some are fascinating purplish red. Leaf peeping in the city of Chicago along the lakefront trail, and there are not one or two trees but a row of trees with mesmerizing beauty of fall foliage. And how to identify the which tree this particular tree before me is. There are no flowers, there are no fruits, but only colorful foliage with golden tinge, purplish tinge, maroon tinge, purplish tinge, bluish tinge, and even some leaves are green. How to identify? So let us cure our tree blindness. How to identify? So you just focus on this twig, and so called this particular leaf is compound leaf. It has 7 to 9 leaflets, odd pinnate. Odd pinnate means either the number is 7 or 9. And 2 leaves are borne in opposite fashion, as you can see here. And in the axils you have the axillary buds. So these are 2 petioles on the stem attached at same node. So this reflects this is opposite arrangement. Opposite and pinnate compound leaves. So this arrangement can be seen in Bignoniaceae, that is Oroxylum indicum Shonak family. But this arrangement is also seen in case of olive family. Oleaceae. And this particular plant need fruit to pinpoint which particular genus it belongs to. Upper surface is purplish, but if I show you the undersurface, it is grayish, smooth, black as white. Upper surface is purplish, but undersurface is white. And because of this whitish undersurface of leaves, this is called as white ash. To distinguish it from another ash which is very common in city of Chicago, that is green ash. And what it distinguishes to, the undersurface is white, a grayish white in white ash, and it is green in case of green ash. Another feature which distinguishes the 2 species, white ash and green ash, is in case of white ash, each leaflet has distinct petiolule, small leaf stalk. It is quite distinct, at least 1 centimeter long, this one. But in case of green ash, this stalk is missing wanting. So leaflets are sessile. And these trees which I could not identify during spring and summer, I could identify them when I saw them in fall foliage color. This purplish tinge is seen in case of white ash, which is botanically identified as Fraxinus americana. Whereas in case of white ash, which is named as Fraxinus pennsylvanica, the autumn foliage is golden yellow. So this distinguishes the two species. The species before me, as it has the purplish tinge, though some leaves are still yellow, but they will also change to this color, and ultimate color is to be seen. So this is Fraxinus americana, popularly known as white ash. This is native to America, and this is the fall season. So here you see all foliage. It's fascinating purplish red, which adds beauty to the landscape. Along the Lake Michigan, lakefront trail, many twigs are bare already. They have shed leaves, but other twigs are with these leaves, and many leaves already seen scattered on the floor, on the ground. And I am walking on these fallen foliage of ash. But in beauty, people come here for jogging, running, cycling, and enjoy the beauty of fall colors. So this particular hobby of appreciating the fall foliage is known as leaf peeping. Leaf peeping is a very serious business in the city of Chicago. People are so fond of looking at the colorful foliage of different trees. It may be maples, it may be ash trees, it may be sweet gum, Leucodember striaciflua, or it may be a topalo gum or black gum, Nyssa sylvatica, or it may be Sycamore platanus occidentalis, or it may be Virginia witch hazel, that is Hamamelis virginiana, or this tree which I am focusing, ash tree, and this particular is white ash, Fraxinus americana. This beauty of fall foliage in afternoon of October is so fascinating. Cool breeze is blowing and twigs are swaying in this afternoon breeze, and this shaking is also resulting in departure of mature leaves, as there is an abscission layer now which has cut off supply of nutrients to these leaves. So no more chlorophyll production is taking place in these leaves, and xanthophylls has expressed themselves, but here some carotenizers also expressed their color. in the dying leaves. So golden yellow color is due to xanthophylls, and this purplish red due to anthocyanins, and pink red color due to carotenoids. On the tree twigs we can see the different colors. Canopy is quite fascinating. Dense canopy. In the summer this is a shade wearing tree planted in the city streets of Chicago as a shade tree, as an avenue tree. But this tree attracts attention of onlookers, visitors, joggers and bird watchers. This particular tree is represented in Himalaya, Jammu and Kashmir, and in Pahadi region of Jammu we call this tree as Sinu, for example in Bhadrawa area. In Dachigam, Kashmir, this tree is also found, other species no doubt, and tree in local language, in Kashmiri language, is called as hum or sum. Sum, hum in Bhadrawai, and Dogri language as Sinu. But I appreciate here in the city of Chicago, they have dedicated choice of species, dedicated tree planting, and mostly the indigenous trees stands prioritized. We may find Sinu or ash trees, Fraxinus, inside forests of Kishtwar Forest Division, Madhwa Dachan, border area of Kashmir, but I have not come across any location in the city or town where there is ash tree planting. So in this unique feature, I appreciate the planners, the managers who have thought of such trees which add color and beauty to the landscape. Along with maples, ash is another tree which stands extensively planted along both sides of roads, and this road is beside the Peggy Northwest Nature Museum, known for Judy's Butterfly Haven, and people come here for morning walk and even for bird watching and for nature study. So this beauty of Fraxinus americana in mid-October is quite amazing and quite colorful, and I hope this glimpse encourages our city planners, foresters and NGOs to undertake tree planting of indigenous tree species like Sinu, ash tree, Fraxinus. So this particular tree have opposite compound leaves and the fruits are winged, but the fruit has one wing, not two. This color of foliage is also so seen in Indian ash tree. This is golden yellow color. if we visit our Shivaliks in Jammu region, then we will find a tree which has similar golden color from a distance, but on closer examination we find that Indian ash tree is not Fraxinus, as leaves are compound like ash, but they are alternately placed on that twig. They are not opposite. Compound leaves borne in opposite fashion, that is Fraxinus. Compound leaves borne alternately, that is Indian ash. Locally in Hindi we call as jingani. And Dogri name of that Indian ash tree, which is not Fraxinus but Lania, and species is Coromandelica. Lania coromandelica is equivalent of mountainous ash tree, because ash trees do not grow in the tropical and subtropical climate. So this ash tree, Fraxinus, is growing in the temperate climate of Chicago, North America. And what we see in Shivaliks in Jammu, or what we see in Chennai, Kanyakumari, that is Lania coromandelica, Indian ash tree. Sanskrit name is Jingni and Hindi name is Moi or Mohin, which has golden yellow autumn foliage, very similar to Fraxinus foliage. But that Indian ash, so-called Indian ash, that belongs to mango family, Anacordiaceae, and this Fraxinus belongs to olive family, and this can be included as a landscape tree to add color and beauty on the roadside and even in the city spaces. Flowers are unisexual in case of Fraxinus. In some species, apetalous, no petals are seen, and in others, petals may be present. So this is the beauty of white ash, Fraxinus americana. And on the same tree, you see the multicolored foliage. Some leaves are dark red, some are wine red, purplish, golden, pale yellow, brilliant yellow, and these stands planted in a row along the busy road in the city of Chicago. Wherever you go, you will find maples, you will find elms, you will find beech, which all have beautiful fall foliage, and it attracts visitors to celebrate their outing under the colorful fall foliage. And this is the time of Halloween festivity, the Day of Dead, also named as All Hallows Evening on 31st October, that will be celebrated. But various performances, culture performances are already going on. Tomorrow there will be art in the dark parade by the artists having masks, scary masks, scary looks. So that will be Scoopy night in the State Street of Chicago. amazing colors of maples and ash trees. So this need to be understood by the youngsters how to identify the trees. In case of maples, leaves are opposite, but fruit is diagnostic feature of maples where they have paired samaras, two-seeded paired samaras. But here it is a single winged samara in case of Fraxinus. And wood is useful in sports goods. Wood is very strong. So this ash tree, locally called as sinu or hum or sum, in English named as ash tree, but what we know in India as Indian ash tree, that is Lania coromantalica from mango family, and that is entirely a different genus and not to be confused with the Fraxinus. This beauty of fall season in city of Chicago is attracting many nature lovers, and dedicated NGOs are organizing different leaf peeping programs in the wooded areas. There are many trails, for example, Stormed Rock Trail, Danrian Woods, even Naperville, Mota and Arboretum Woods, Chicago Botanic Gardens. So October is the month of fall foliage or leaf peeping. What a wonderful beauty of these American ash trees lined along the road beside Peggy Newtwood Nature Museum, beside Lake Michigan and Cannon Road, to be specific. So this is the Cannon Road where you find these vehicles, they are flying, and that is the busy road, but along the road you have the fascinating foliage of different trees. Some locations you have honey locust, Gladitsia tricantha with golden yellow pinnate leaves. Somewhere you have the alums, somewhere you have the beech, a special American beech, that is Fagus grandifolia, and even black chokeberry, that is Aronia melanocarpa, sumac trees, staghorn sumac. But trees like Fraxinus, they stand apart in beauty and in color. So here you see the Nature Museum. This is Nature Museum, and other side you see the colorful shrubbery, that is sumac. But beauty of ash trees is matchless, quite beautiful, quite attractive, and quite decorative in the season of fall. So this is Fraxinus americana, not to be confused with the Fraxinus pennsylvanica.